Welcome, I'm an average European guy, and today let me tell you the beginning of a story. Make sure to stick around until the end. As we started the game, after setting everything up, we loaded into our new life in Medieval Dynasty. Everything seemed fine until it wasn't. We were captured right off the bat, which is just classic. But thanks to what was probably a bandit attack, I was kept alive to tell the tale, I guess. Lucky me.
Try not to die, Birdie. You got a message to Trip.
When I came to, I had no idea where I was. But before I could even try to figure it out, I found myself facing the most critical challenge of our journey so far. Me versus the door. Let me tell you, it was personal. The door was holding me back like it had beef with me in the past life. After a few minutes of awkward fumbling and probably looking like a lost toddler, I finally managed to open it. Victory. Sweet wooden victory. Me 1, door 0. Not long after, I met a guy named Sadovin. He looked like he knew what was going on. Turns out I was in a city called Piastovia, in a land called Oxbow. Sadovin is the local doctor, and apparently he had been taking care of us since we washed up here. He gave me the usual "you are lucky to be alive" speech and told me I should report to the local authority. Some dude named Mirogod. Not a title, by the way, that is his actual name. Sounds like someone who is either important or desperately wants to be. I spotted him standing up on the city walls like he was brooding over something epic, so I climbed up there and tried to explain what happened. But sadly, he didn't want to listen. Total power trip vibes. After a short argument that felt more like him monologuing while I nodded, he decided to give me a job. Not just any job, of course. Build a settlement. That's right. Just, go build a town from scratch. Easy. Average Saturday night. After realizing Mirogod was probably the local edgy native who thinks he is too cool for the rest of us, I made my way to someone hopefully more helpful, Dervan, the quartermaster. And honestly, the guy was solid. Way more chill, less dramatic. He gave me my starter equipment and also a quest titled Stay Vigilant. I didn't really pay much attention to it at the time. I mean, come on, I had a bigger problem, like building a freaking village, with my bare hands. So I grabbed my gear and hit the road, looking for a place to call home. On the way, I came across an abandoned house, which of course I looted because what else are you supposed to do when you are broke and surrounded by trees? By poking around, I met a random traveling salesman who seems friendly enough. We chatted for a bit, I browsed his wares, and well, some of them might ended up in my pack. Oops, he didn't seem to mind, probably. Just as I was about to move on, karma hit me. I noticed I wandered into a bear territory, like actual bear signs, and as brave and manly as I pretend to be, I did the only reasonable thing, turned around and left immediately. Back on the road, I got thirsty, found the water source and took a sip. No glowing green, no dead fish floating, probably not radioactive, so I counted it as a win. Eventually, I found a beautiful, peaceful spot by the water surrounded by trees. It was perfect, so I started building our first home. I chopped down trees, collected sticks, stones, whatever I could find. This house came together faster than I expected. Was it a palace? No, but it was home. After that, I built a storage because my little survival book told me to, and honestly, I was tired of carrying everything around like a pack mule. I worked through the night like some medieval caffeine-fueled builder. It wasn't pretty, but I had some solid basics down. As the sun came up, I realized I need a backpack if I wanted to carry more than a couple of apples and a wooden spear. So I headed back to the city. On the way, surprise, bandits! After I showed off my Legolas skills, I instantly forgot how to aim, but in the end, I took care of them. And yeah, I looted them too. I mean, Is it really stealing when you are taking from thieves? If you liked how I dealt with those bandits, drop a like. If not, subscribe anyway, maybe I will impress you next time. And hey, I stream on Twitch, Kick and YouTube too, links are in the description, check them out. Riding the victory high, I stopped by another abandoned house, hoping to find valuables I could sell in Piastovia. Got some decent loot, but before I entered the city I had to take a bath because apparently being covered in dirt and blood makes people avoid you. Who knew? I sold what I found and had more than enough coins to finally buy the backpack and the little pouch. Progress. After that, I wandered into a tavern and the innkeeper needed help recovering some stolen mugs. Of course I agreed, gotta build up good rep. I ended up collecting 5 mugs scattered around town by a merchant called Pozomir. One was with a little kid playing some weird bunny-themed game, I'm still confused about that. Another mug was with a guy who claimed it was his lucky one. I didn't want to start a fight over a cup, so I just reported it back to the innkeeper. The last mug had been broken, a friend of ours had it but didn't want to return it in pieces, so we struck a deal. I bought him a honeycomb and he promised to fix it by the next day. On the way home I tried some archery again. I still kinda suck at aiming, but somehow I'm keeping us fed. Don't ask how, it just works. Once I got back, I made lunch, organized my gear, then got back to work. I chopped down more trees and built a well, then a hunting lodge, Since it was still early, I figured why stop there. I added a woodshed, then a workshop, just me, a few tools and an endless to-do list. When I finally crawled into bed, I was exhausted. The next day I went to meet up with my friend Sulibot. Let's call him Sulibot, who had repaired the mug. I delivered it and just like that my first real quest came to an end. It felt good to check something off the list. I stuck around Piastovia for a bit, looked around, but honestly I had more important things waiting back home. Buildings to finish, resources to gather, bandits to, well, politely discourage. So I packed up, stretched and started heading back, because this journey is just getting started. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to catch me live sometime. I would love to see you there.